What can you say about Torun that hasn't been said before? Well, it all depends on how you look at it. At any rate, we're going to give it our best shot to be a little different. Torun is perhaps the prime example of Gothic architecture in the world. Its medieval quality is virtually pristine. And fitting this setting, it's also the birthplace of Nicholas Copernicus, who taught us that the Earth goes around the sun, and not the other way around. I'm not going to say that this is everything you always wanted to know about Torun, but were afraid to ask, but it's close to it. This is certainly a city not to be missed. It's a pleasure to be enjoyed slowly and deliberately. It would take a couple of weeks to see everything in this city and really soak in the atmosphere, and that would still be pushing it. But we are doing our dead level best to show you the greatest hits of Torun. So sit back and enjoy the next few episodes as Torun is unveiled before your eyes. I'm Will, this is Poland Daily Travel, and we love to see you watching. Like us on YouTube and subscribe if you really, really like us. So join us for Poland Daily Travel does Torun. Hello everybody and welcome back to Poland Daily Travel. We have an exciting segment, Unexpected, because as we were leaving the Copernicus house, we ran into the esteemed curator of this here place, which is really a lot of fun. As you can see, we are sitting down at a table in a medieval fashion.
Yes, of course.
This is Michał Koszyński. Michał,
hello.
Thanks for letting us come in. You've been very kind to us. We appreciate it tremendously. And I hope everybody watching this, you've got to come here and see this wonderful museum and meet Michał and his staff and see the beautiful city. Michał, is this a typical room of the time?
Yes. This is a typical room from medieval times, from late medieval times,
right.
From times when the Nicolaus Copernicus' childhood was very fascinated, yes. And this is the typical merchant house. But we need to remember that this building was played two roles. First, this is the private life, for everyday life for merchants, for inhabitants of this house. And the second, and this house played second role, it was the big magazine, big store.
Storeroom, warehouse.
Yes, storeroom for the merchandise, which was traded by the merchants. Mm-hmm. For example, for Nicolaus Copernicus' father, who was a merchant, of course, too.
He was a very rich man.
Yes,
yes. Very influential man.
Very influential man with Torun. He was in German. And so
also working in Germany. This is part of the Hanseatic trade of the time.
Yes.
What were the main cities? There was Torun.
Torun, for example, but in Poland, Krakow too, but Krakow, of course the Lübeck, Bremen, London, for example, and Antwerpen. Antwerpen, yes. And Hamburg.
Copenhagen,
yes.
These kind of cities.
Many towns, many cities in the area of Baltic Sea, yes.
In the area of the Baltic, yes. So that would include maybe Stockholm, would that have been one or not?
Yes, also.
Yeah. So all the major cities of the time, Oslo and all those places around the Baltic. Okay, what was a typical family's life like in Torun at that time?
Yes, for example, this table is show how the merchant family eating in these times.
Really? Yeah. I didn't know they had plastic fish then.
Plastic, yes, but you...
No, these are representations.
It's a representation.
Yes. Oh, we're supposed to use our imagination. Impossible for me. Okay, I see your point. And the sort of glassware and everything is typical of the time?
Typical glass for this time. For example, these items, it's known the remmer. In Polish, this is a remmer.
Okay. And this was for drinking wine? Or
Wine.
Okay. And this kind of ceramic thing would have been?
Yes, for the beer.
This is for beer?
Yes.
Really? Making me thirsty
beer and
here.
Wine.
Now.
We don't know exactly.
I'm getting thirsty.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it could be for beer or water. Did they drink water? Not really.
Yes, of course.
Did they drink water?
Why not?
I always heard they drank beer in the Middle Ages because the water was not clean, but never mind. And this glass would have been blown with using a long tube, right?
Yes,
they would have made the glass.
Yes.
I happen to know, tell me if this is true, I happen to have read that Poland was very famous for glass, making glass. Is that true in this time?
No, Torun maybe not, and Poland maybe not, but the Czech, for example.
Oh, the Czech Republic.
Yes.
It was very
Yes,
popular.
it's more Poland.
Okay. And so Nicholas Copernicus grew up in this house, in this very house. He walked in this very room. Yeah.
Yes, but we need to remember that the Nicolaus Copernicus family owned this house to 1483.
Right.
1883, because in this
1483.
83, yes, because in this year Nicolaus Copernicus' father died, and the family sold this house and removed to second house by Old Market number 36. But in 1491, Nicolaus Copernicus left Toruń and arrived to Krakow, when he studied on Jagiellonian Academy. And
in the University,
yes,
the Jagiellonian University.
Jagiellonian today. Yeah. And next in Italy, and next he returned to Poland, but to the Varmia, to Bishop of Varmia.
Right, to the Lake District, which is,
for example, to
the east, right?
Yes, to north.
Oh, to Olsztyn.
To Olsztyn, for example, to Frombork and Braniewo.
And Olsztyn was where there was a big observatory, right?
In Olsztyn, yes.
You could watch the stars.
Yes. It's
I'd like to see that. It was in the castle in Olsztyn?
Yes, it's castle of the Bishop of the Varmia.
Oh, wow. We've got to go to Olsztyn sometime. I bet that'd be fun. We'll go. We're going to go with the show sometime to Olsztyn. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's beautiful there, really. It's very nice here, too. But this is making me really hungry, and I can't eat anything. I don't know. Stay tuned, folks. I think we're going to go get something to eat. Michał, thank you very much.
Thank you very much
for letting us come in. You've been very kind, and we really do appreciate it.
Okay. Thanks.
Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back. I got to go find Carolina. I hope she hasn't wandered off. We paid her to stay with us. She could be double timing us with another group. We got to find her.